But before we talk about Mercury Editor, let's turn it over to Martin Anderson Klutz, a senior solutions engineer at Acquia and a maintainer of a number of Drupal modules of his own, to talk about our module of the week this week. Martin, what do you have for us?
Thanks, John. Have you ever wanted to have downloadable content on your website only available to visitors who have filled out a web form? There's a module for that. It's called Webform Protected Downloads, and it was originally created in September 2010 by a user named Berliner, but the most recent releases are by James Williams of Computer Minds. Now, the versions available are 7.x-1.1 and 8.x-1.0-alpha 2 versions, the latter of which works with Drupal 9 and 10. It is actively maintained. In fact, that latest release was just a week ago. It has a security coverage, and it doesn't technically have documentation, but the project page does have a link to an introductory blog post for that Drupal 9 ready version. It currently has 18 open issues, none of which are bugs against the current branch, which is great considering that the module is in use by 804 sites. Now, having thought leadership content like white papers or reports gated behind a lead capture form is a pretty common pattern for websites, and this module is designed to make that very easy to set up. You use the module by adding a handler to your web form, similar to triggering an email send. In the configuration for your web form, protected download handler, you have options for how much verification you want for the download link, whether or not the link should expire after a period of time, and so on, in addition to uploading one or more files that can be downloaded by people who have submitted the form. Module also provides tokens for the download URLs so that you can easily include them in a submission confirmation message or an email that would be sent directly to the user. So let's talk about web form protected downloads.
I feel like all the marketers that listen to our podcast just got real excited because like the first use case that comes to mind for this is like, man, those white papers that people have to fill out forms for, like this is it right here.
Yeah, it seems like a solution. I mean, personally, as a user, I hate being asked for my email when I want to download
Well,
something.
yeah, nobody
But
likes
there,
gated content, Nick.
there's a use case for it sometimes, and this from a site builder side, this looks like it makes it very easy, which is nice.
Yeah, the first ever Drupal website I built for a customer, this was a requirement that they added just before launch. And so a lot of custom code had to be written, again, way back in Drupal 4.7, but it's pretty cool now that this is something that you can drop in pretty easily.
Martin, you may have mentioned this, I might have missed it, but I'm just wondering, does it like cookie you? Like, so if you filled out the form and then left and came back, like, or do you just get a link to the download in your email?
I believe there are sort of configuration options. So I think
Mm.
I would have to double check the product page, but I think you can set sort of a cookie, or you can just have the link as something that can be shared.
Mm.
And then, you can have it expire after a period of time. So you can say whoever visits the link for the next hour can use it, or maybe you say only the person who filled out that web form can actually use that link.
Got it.
Yeah, and that probably relies on a lot of built-in web form stuff. Like if you allow anonymous web form, you can like use IP and a cookie to determine if somebody's filled it out before. But if they have an account, like it just knows if somebody's filled out the form. Although if this is for white papers and stuff, people probably won't have an account.
All right. Well, this is very exciting, and I can't wait to put some gated content on my website. Martin, thank you as usual. If folks wanted to connect with you or suggest a module of the week, how could they go about doing that?
We are always happy to receive nominations for Module of the Week in the Talking Drupal channel of Drupal Slack, but they can also connect to me directly via all of the Drupal or social channels as @manclue.
Perfect. Thanks so much.